Hey guys, welcome back to yet another travel vlog, honey. This is the last and the final episode of your girls Dubai experience. Alright guys, so in this last and final video, we're talking about the whole experience as a whole, like how I saw Dubai, maybe a bit of the culture shock and just everything. Okay, I must say I had an amazing time. As I keep saying, I think the whole theme of the series is how much of an amazing time did Lily have. Okay, so let's just I'll try not to read a lot throughout this whole entire video. I'll just try to keep it more at me remembering events as they come, ne? Because this is the whole reason for the video, because I've sort of gotten into detail of things throughout the other three parts, so let this just flow. Okay, so as I had mentioned, I think two videos, we traveled in a group, and I don't know, from the planning of this whole trip, and remember we could have gone in January and we didn't go, so now it was just like six. I think we were six, and we were like, you know what, let's go to Dubai together. Let's sort of be like a travel gang. I was excited because honestly speaking, these people are more of my husband's friends and not more on my friend's part. And I don't know, I know them, but not like on a personal level. But when we got back, I felt like, I know them now, So we started off planning the event since I think February, and we started up like sort of saving together. There was a person responsible for flight tickets, there was a person responsible for accommodation and SA, there was a person responsible for transport to and from SA, there was a person responsible for food, there was a person responsible for flights, accommodation in Dubai. There was me and my friend, responsible for planning the itinerary and the list and activities and what we're gonna do, like curating the whole trip. So that was beautiful. When my husband told me about it, I was like, traveling in a group can be a bit tricky because it's different personalities. You understand what I'm saying? In the sense that I may want to do A and two people may want to do B, and I have to compromise or sort of go with what they are saying just because it's a group, and I can't now start saying I'm going to do things on my own, right? Yeah, so for us, things were kind of flowing. Our personalities are totally not similar, but we didn't struggle. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't struggle in conversation, we didn't struggle in planning. Obviously, there were a lot of disappointments, but we took the L together as a group. For example, when we got to SA, my husband was responsible for planning accommodation in SA. It was a bummer, but we were not lashing out on him like, you got us this accommodation. We took it all as a group, like, this place is terrible, and we were laughing about it. And I think what I didn't mention is we ended up sleeping in like one of our friends' rooms, and we only went to our room to go bath, and this was like a very tiny room. Anyway, this is about Dubai, right? So when we got there, I remember, you remember when I said we went to the Dubai Mall for shopping on the first day, and then the guys went to have food, right? Yeah, it was like a unanimous decision. It was like, okay, you guys can stay here while we go get shopping done. And they were like, yeah, cool, you all are ladies, you enjoy doing shopping, so we'll do our thing, we'll chill here. And they did that, and we shopped for like 6 hours. We were in that mall. Oh yeah, there was a point where we were lost in the mall. That mall is so huge. I wasn't scared, honestly, when we were lost in the mall. I think the only scary part was when we kept on getting lost in the basement, and there were lesser and lesser people each time we got lost in that basement. But then again, one thing that we noticed was that it's hard for you to see a police or a police car. I think we only saw it twice, which shows you that I think the crime rate is really low, So that was like a plus for us, but it's just kind of scary being lost in a place. But then it was part of the adrenaline, because we did I remember we joked about this, and we were like, getting lost would be so cool because it's like part of the experience. Yeah, so there was a point whereby me and my friend, this girl, we were lost for like 2 full hours trying to find the other girls. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. That was the traveling in a group part. We had planned this itinerary, and because I was so invested in it, I think I was quite disappointed. We didn't get to see it's called the Miracle Garden, the Dubai Garden. We didn't get to see that. I was looking forward to that. I think that's the only thing. Oh, we couldn't go into the Ain Dubai. That's like a wheel that shows you around Dubai, but we saw it because it's around the Dubai Marina area. Unfortunately, it wasn't a group thing. The Ain Dubai was it was spoiled. It was out of service, or it was being serviced at the time that we were there. But at least we're going back in Jan, baby. Can't wait to be on that, and also get to experience the Miracle Garden. And I think those, and skydiving, it was a group thing. Most of the group members were like, no, we're not doing skydiving, calm down. But it was on our itinerary, like I said. So I think it was a bummer for me not going to the Miracle Garden. And skydiving was still gonna go as a group again to Makadi, so it wasn't a bummer. But yeah, because I had invested in that, planned whole outfits. And another thing about Dubai, since this trip was more on the tourist side than actually shopping, I had like outfits planned out, okay? And I never got to wear any of those outfits. It was just like comfortable stuff all the way, because when you're out being a tourist, you gotta be comfortable. One thing, so I had packed a lot of like nice, cute, curated outfits, because like I said, I had only seen this place through an influencer's perspective, and I don't think they show us more on the touristy side. So next time I go to a place and I'm not more on the restaurants and shopping, I'm gonna, pack for cute, comfortable outfits, right? So check those. I absolutely had no idea what cute, comfortable outfits could look like, right? Yeah. So I think that was the whole thing. The planning was seamless. It was beautiful. We agreed, we clicked, and as I said, when things were happening, I didn't get to see the Miracle Garden, but I mean, it was okay. It was a compromise. We had said we would get up early and go to the garden in the morning, but it couldn't happen, and I was like, sharp onto the neck, because my travel mate wanted to go shopping. She wasn't quite satisfied with the number of stuff that she had gotten, so shopping it was, and it was really okay for me, because we had really exhausted the things. Like, I'm still trying to Google more activities to do in Dubai, honey. I feel like we exhausted them. And then the accommodation, I mentioned like a few videos ago, like, get something that is in the central. You don't want to get something in the Dubai Marina, which I see that most people from my country usually get accommodation around that area. This is why people will say transport is expensive in Dubai. We didn't really experience that. Like, a cab would be 90 bula, and I felt like that was fair considering that we are in Dubai. Contrary to what people had said, that a cab can be 300 bula, I feel like it will be 300 bula if you're traveling from a far away what do you call it, a far away hotel, right? And then we also, on another day, like I had said, we used the subway, which was also a cheap way to get away. We got like a day pass, which meant that our pass was valid for that whole day. Unfortunately, we just used it for the gold souk. It was just too congested. It was just we had to like walk, so we felt like we'd rather get transport to drop us off like at the exact location, right? So that was that. So just get, oh yeah, the hotel that we were sleeping in or were lodging at was called the Ibis. Like I said, there are a couple of them. Ours was the Ibis One Central, honey. Like, it was a beautiful experience. Now getting on to the people of Dubai and the culture. Can I just say, is it a safe space? Child, Emiratis are so gorgeous. Like, those men are beautiful. Even my husband agrees. Okay, I'll catch him on camera and record him specifically for this video. I'm telling you guys how beautiful Emirati men are. I remember at the airport and I was looking at this other guy and I was like, damn, like, this guy is the beautiful, not even hot, not even like sexy, pretty cute. And the beautiful, the women too, those women are okay. I don't know if I'm being biased, but the women are, they're pretty women, they're cute women. The babies are those babies are those babies. But the men, and what I also loved about the Emiratis, both men and women, is the skin. Their skin is it's milky. You know how they describe David in the Bible? That honey, that is an Emirati man. Yes. I don't think we got to experience much of the culture. I feel like it's hard to interact, or maybe because we were so busy doing activities, we really couldn't interact with people. And I'm proud to say, out of our group, we are the only ones, my friend and I, who got to interact with an Emiratis. Yes, honey. Yeah, it was a proud moment. Just the same way, like, they were excited that they got to ride on a Tesla. Guys, like, an Uber you can call up an Uber, like, and it's a Tesla. But then anyway, we also got to ride in a Tesla, so the score was even. But the score is not even because we are on top and we got to interact with an Emiratis. Yeah, so we went really into the culture, and like I said, the dinner in a boat. Okay, maybe that was an experience, but it was not like the Emiratis culture, so I don't know. And then another thing is, I don't want to say it's hard. Maybe it was because of the time we went before Ramadan ended, and we were there. Okay, we were there, I could say, through the transition. We were there before Ramadan and on to the ending of Ramadan and after Ramadan. So after Ramadan, like Eid Mubarak, for those 3 days, it was congested. It was people everywhere, like so we couldn't really like interact. We were just keeping to our group because you don't want to get lost in a crowd. You don't want to, yeah. And then before that, I think people were indoors more. I don't know. I'm yet to experience that in January when we go back. But there was not a lot of people. As I've already mentioned, there was not a lot of people at the mall. Like the first day we went there because it was during Ramadan, right? Even the first half of our stay there was during Ramadan. So people were not really out. Like it was mostly tourists and the restaurants. Remember the first day we went to dinner, is it dinner on a restaurant? Dinner at a restaurant with views. That is where we got to see the local people going out to eat, and yeah, that was beautiful. But we didn't really interact with them because I think also because they were just breaking fast, just going out to eat for that particular time and then going back home. So yeah, like there was not much interaction. So I can't say that there was a lot of culture shock per se. Oh yeah, people talk about the heat, the overwhelming heat. Oh yeah, when we got to Doha, I don't think we experienced the heat much, but the minute like we went like out of Dubai airport, and we were like, it's hot, child, it's hot. It was so hot. We just couldn't believe it. I could not leave my hotel room without a bottle of water, and I would be done as 5 minutes into a walk into the street. That's how hot it was. And one thing I also loved about Dubai is how they built the city on a desert. Guys, Google Dubai. It's just the story of Dubai and how it came to be is one of a kind. That story is beautiful. My husband will tell you how I was just taking it in. He was like, child, you have like a whole list of like what you want to shoot, vlog, and I was like, nah man, it's not possible. I can't do this. I did do a video about food. I think that's episode 2. I did not enjoy the food. The only thing I enjoyed was the cheesecake at the Dubai Marina restaurant. The cheesecake was beautiful. My sister Lebu, I know she loves cheesecake. She's the one who put me onto it. I think she definitely enjoyed this, but that cake was I still think of it to this day. I'll try to do it again someday. Yeah. So like it's this busy. Oh, and it's like the city comes alive at night. I don't know if it's because of the end of fast that people were ending fast, but like and one thing, Dubai during the day, you really get to see and appreciate that this is a desert. It's holy, like I feel like you can just do this on the wall and come up with a pile of dust. It's even the views and the scenery, like when you're just on your room, like I don't know, we were on the 14th floor, our room was on the 14th floor, just looking at the views. It just wasn't a pleasant view in the morning, but honey, at night Dubai lights up. Like they've invested so much into the lighting. We enjoyed taking it in at night, honey. It was just beautiful. The lights, taking a walk at night, plus it was cooler. It was a bit cooler at night, and for some reason we felt like time was flying by so fast. I think it's because we had overwhelmed ourselves with so much activities. And then guys, the fast life at night, like there are these cars. Gee, we're gonna get Corolla to Dubai, guys. Like every corner of every street, you're like, oh, it's a Jew, oh, it's a ranch, oh, it's a, and like I said, you can call an Uber and it's a G-Wag. I don't know cars that much, so I can't really talk on that. Maybe my husband can, he loves cars. But yeah, you requested like for an Uber to be a Tesla because we wanted to ride the Tesla, honey. That car it's amazing. We just had, and we got to ride is it an Escalade? Am I saying it right, Americans? Escalade. I hope I'm saying it right. And then also, when we were there, I remember one of my friends, when we came back, she was like, she thought I was like a slay queen and I was bought, sold by the highest bidder. I'm kidding, but she thought like I was on some mischievous, naughty business because I hadn't told anyone that I'm going. This is mainly because when my husband and I tried to go in January, our trip bounced, honey, like it failed. So I didn't tell anybody. I told my family like that last week as we were going. Because, it's not more on I don't want to jinx it, but I'm just, honestly, the whole Dubai experience, a lot of people felt like I wasn't posting much, but it's because I was taking it in, And obviously one of the reasons why I didn't really tell anybody is just like, okay, like, yeah, heard that before, So it was like really rare to find or see Africans there. My whole point was, when we were there was like a whole story on how slay queens or so-called influencers go there to sell their bodies or something like that, which I saw like a TikToker, an Emirati guy, squashing that and saying that he doesn't believe like it's native Emiratis like calling girls to go there. He believed that it was people of other cultures. And that is another thing that I wanted to say. It's hard to see or interact with an Emiratis, both men and women. Like, it's hard. Like, they're a rare find. To the park in Africa, that's like a national park where there are a lot of animals, and it's hard to find lions, whereby they say this is the Lions Park, but you're seeing all other zebras, elephants, all those things, and it's hard to see a lion. Yeah, that's it with Emiratis. They're there, but it's hard to find them, to see them. Most people there were like, where are those people from again? I forgot. It was so bad. We were in the Apple store one time, and I was explaining to this other lady how you like navigate this other app at the Apple store, and I was just talking about it, and then this guy was like, and we just burst out laughing. It turns out he's from South Africa. Shout out to you. And he was like, no, it's really hard to find someone from Southern Africa in this part of the world, in Dubai. I don't know about other parts of the world. So he's like, yeah, when I heard this accent, I'm like, I'm from Botswana, and it's like, yeah, you're basically my home girl. So yeah, it was really hard. It was a rare find as well to see Africans. I think from interacting with a few people there, the most Africans there are like Kenyans, Ugandans, obviously Nigerians. That was it. And we interacted with someone from Sierra Leone and Egypt. There were a lot of Egyptians there, but I meant like Africans of color. So yeah, that was a rare find as well. What else? Africans were such a rare find that one time we were in this Uber, and our Uber driver even called his family. He was like, yo guys, Africans are riding in my Uber, and the whole family came to to the phone. We were riding in the Uber, and I was sitting in front, and it was so funny. They were so excited that, oh, daddy, it's like he had done something extraordinary that day. I think it was an exciting moment for him. So another thing that I think I didn't like was when people ask you where you're from, like this guy who was from France, and just generally when people ask us where we're from and we're like from Botswana, absolutely no one that we interacted with knew Botswana, knew where Botswana is, knew anything about Botswana, they'll just be like, Botswana, like it was just so weird. And when we would say, they would say, where is it next to? And would say, excuse me, it is in Southern Africa. Oh, South Africa. Like, no, child, I just said it's in Southern Africa. But then we eventually gave up and said, okay, Botswana next to South Africa. So yeah, that was it. And I talked about the hotels, the amenities. One thing as well that I feel that we need to be more invested in is amenities. We haven't seen no Emirati Uber driver, taxi driver, just your normal workers at the shops, at restaurants being serviced. They own these things. They own these companies. They're like project managers. They're like, which was really impressive for us, because we were like native people. Not that we're like xenophobic or anything like that, but they should be taking the lead in roles in your country that are of high end or high income. You can't come to a country and the native people are like poor, living poor income or average lives. That's not cool. But yeah, that was my Dubai experience. Let me take it in. So from my videos, I think you may have noticed that I've been trying to wear outfits that I wore in Dubai. Like I said, it was just all about comfort. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, man, this is beautiful. It has been beautiful reliving this whole experience with you guys. I'm enjoying the editing. I'm enjoying just telling you guys about it. And as I mentioned at the travel expenses video, contact me if you need any help. If you want those websites, like I need to see your dedication by you watching the videos. I absolutely hate it when you ask someone to plug you with something and then they're like, oh, I forgot. No, child, I didn't forget. I want to see if you watched my videos so that I can plug you, okay? Yeah, it's like a bait. It's like watch my videos and I'll tell you how to travel for cheap. Remember how I said our flight return was like 5,100. Ooh la! That's how cheap it was. So contact me like. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for enjoying the series. Thank you for, please do subscribe. Oh yeah, let me make this more interesting. If you subscribe, honey, I'm gonna give you all the information, all the travel, the websites, because some websites are really expensive to get tickets on, and we were a bit skeptical of this particular website because we were like, it's so cheap. So subscribe. If you have subscribed, like, honey, I will give you those details, like booking accommodation and all those things, and also like booking like your itinerary, things to plan and things like that. I'll help you. I'm here. I'm your girl. It's your girl, Lila M. Till next time, honey.